Agent's first class at Streamer U and see what we learn. All right. Make sure you get out your pencils and your pads of paper and take notes, okay? Because we're about to get a bunch of knowledge. Here we go. Let's see what Agent is going to teach us.
Now, quiet down, please. All right, first thing I would like to say
Quiet.
is I know everybody's streaming, but if everybody keeps talking and stuff like that and interrupt, it's going to make it very difficult to get through this.
Hell
I think I will learn something. Deadass, lock in, bro. I know everybody's really excited because this is a great opportunity. I bet the views are looking good. You're meeting a lot of cool people.
Absolutely, Blaze. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Honey Pile.
There's going to be a long time after this where you will hopefully still be streaming and hopefully still be succeeding. So you want to learn some of these concepts, and I'm going to keep it practical as possible because I want you guys.
What is cameraman doing? I am getting seasick here. What is cameraman doing? Hello? Did anyone notice this? What is cameraman doing at this moment?
Succeeding. So you want to learn some of these concepts. It'll be a long time after this where you will hopefully still be streaming and hopefully still be succeeding. So you want to learn some of these concepts, and I'm going to keep it practical as possible because I want you guys actually apply some of the stuff that's going on. Before we get started, who's been here that's been streaming for more than like 2 years?
Right here.
Okay, that's about half the class. Who's a newer streamer like the last year or so? Okay, nice. Okay, cool. So we got a little bit of everything. We're going to structure it like... Quiet down. We're going to structure like 0 to 1 million followers. So we're going to start with the first bit from 0 to 250,000 followers. Then we're going to go to the middle from 250 to 750,000 followers. And then beyond that. In the presentation, I'm going to tell you like what your team should potentially look like, what you should be spending your time, potentially your money on, and certain concepts and things you should be practicing and understanding in those different stages if you want to make it to the next level. All right?
Okay.
If you have any questions, just ask and we'll keep it pushing.
Also, I just have to say, first impression of Agent, he's got a really nice voice. It's scratching parts of my brain. Like, I could listen to him read the dictionary, and I would be entertained, I think. Step 1 should be a good cameraman. How long did this run? How many people had 1 million after 12 months? I don't know. He just did this yesterday, I think. But yeah, he's got a really nice voice. Hi, Koopsie. Hello.
All right, nice. So first thing I want to start by saying is this is not easy. I know it's presented like it's easy and it looks really fun, but it's harder than you think. So this graph, I thought it was very fascinating, and it does kind of illustrate just how challenging being seen as a content creator could be. This graph is the subscriber count for Kai Cenat's Kai's Mind channel. His first upload was in December. He was at 5.
Cameraman is walking across a class. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too nitpicky. It's probably a really hard job. Cameraman, but
500 subscribers in December with dozens of uploads. I'm talking about Kai Cenat. Now, granted, he was uploading as almost like an experiment to see like I
gotta pause because I couldn't read it. Okay, hard truths. It's not just you. Growing is hard for everyone. Without expertise, you're playing on hard mode, but it is possible. Okay, now I don't need to read it and like get car sick.
Just saying things that was on his mind. It wasn't super high appeal content, but it's interesting to think even one of the biggest people on the internet can upload dozens of videos to an unknown channel with under 500 subscribers. It wasn't until he promoted it in March where it got a huge spike and it reached 500,000. So like if you're struggling and you've been doing it for a while, sometimes it's not necessarily that you suck, it's just you haven't quite figured out certain concepts yet. So that's what I'm gonna try and click. There's a lot of people here that's like super entertaining that I see, but it's not enough to be entertaining. We all have the entertaining friend that hasn't quite hit yet. And then we all have the friend that's maybe not that entertaining that's been doing phenomenal. You just had to, like Mr. B is not the most entertaining person, but he knows how to put together a good fucking video. So in the same—
Wait, that's actually so true. Wait, that's actually so freaking true. Like, Mr. Beast isn't funny. Mr. Beast isn't entertaining. But holy shit, can he coordinate a good video? Oh my god. Like, I don't know, it sounds so simple, but that is so true. That just opened my eyes. Holy fuck.
Same way, we're going to talk a lot about other platforms because one thing you'll realize as a streamer, you have to be on everything. If you're not on IG Reels, sometimes you got to be on Facebook. You got to be on literally
Oh, I'm not on Facebook. Are you guys on Facebook? I want you to put ones in the chat if you're on Facebook right now. You don't have to explain why or anything like that, but if you are on Facebook, put a 1 in the chat. I just want to know. Do I need to get a Facebook? If you guys are on Facebook, I'll get one, but I'm not on Facebook at all. I love Facebook Marketplace. I thought Facebook Marketplace was like scammers, no? Anyway. Write that down. Okay, I guess I'm getting a Facebook. Please follow me.
Everything, because that's how you're gonna drive the people to your stream. All right, so talking a little about that today. We're gonna start off in the 0 to 250,000 followers. If you have 0 to 250,000 followers on the platform you stream on, could you raise your hands? 0 to 250,000 followers.
That's me, gang. I'm raising my hand.
Under 250. On the main platform you stream on.
I mean, but I got a main platform and I got
Yeah. You don't stream.
Yeah, like if you got, say you got Instagram, you don't stream on there, you got higher followers than your streaming platform.
It don't matter, it's just the main one, you know? It's just the main one. All right, so the...
That girl is overcomplicating this question. It is not hard. Why would she... Shadow. But what if I don't stream on that platform and then I stream on this one and then what?
You probably
Girl,
heard it
what?
before. I'm going to really kind of like drill it in. You have to apply short form. I'm not even joking. Like if you stream significantly less and did more short form, you would see significantly more growth. In this current stage, and I'm gonna give you guys some certain case examples. And low-key, I want to bust some myths too, because some people have some misconceptions. So Queso is a really good example of someone who grew playing 2K content on TikTok. He was a 2K TikTok content creator. It doesn't feel like it because a lot can change in 2 years, but he was. And his channel blew up. He had some really big clips and he was able to transition that audience into streaming. You might think to yourself, okay, that was like 2-3 years ago. How about something more recent? Joe Bart. Joe Bart did a lot of like rants, commentary style content on TikTok. He was able to transition that content. He's one of the biggest streamers on Twitch right now, but it didn't happen overnight. He's someone that killed it on TikTok. One thing you notice about both of them, they're not just good on TikTok, they own it. These guys are fucking demons at TikTok. So it's not enough to exist on the platform. To dominate it is how you make that transition.
25
you might be thinking, okay,
million
Joe Bart low-key blew up on TikTok 2 years ago. Maybe a more recent example. Here's an example of somebody I found a few weeks ago. This is a guy that makes racing content that's probably not going to appeal to most people. He started with 0 subscribers, 0. He actually started with 0 videos. All he did was post YouTube shorts. That's all he did. And they were really good. I'm talking, he was getting 2 million views a short, 2 million views a short, 1 million views a short. Really, like, to me, super interesting content. If you're anywhere in the niche, then this type of content that you would want to watch. His first YouTube video, I took the screenshot a couple weeks ago. It had 680,000 views in 2 weeks. It is over 1 million.
Am I in HD nuts? Or is this cameraman just... Okay.
Million now. His first YouTube video, 1 million views.
That's rare though to translate. Shorts and long form don't translate as good.
But it does on YouTube. No. So we'll talk a little bit about that. YouTube Shorts translates to YouTube videos really well now.
I disagree with that.
You're wrong.
I'm not saying that I'm right. I just say I disagree. I've been doing this for 12 years, and I have built so many different pages.
Ghost, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Bunny Pile, your newest and cutest bunny.
We'll circle back to it at the end of the talk because I'm going to explain a few other concepts, okay? Okay, so when it comes to short form, this actually does apply just in general. You need some sort of...
Agent hit her with a we'll circle back. We'll circle back to that one.
Hook, okay? I'm going to say something, and it's going to sound a little pseudo and, like, theoretical, but it's not. It's very, very practical. Do you guys have, like, an idea of what your audience wants to watch?
Yeah. Only fans. Yeah.
Okay. Now we're talking.
Wait, some dude in the front row goes, OnlyFans. And AJ goes, that's what I'm talking about. Holy shit. Okay, what let me put this to the test, chat. What do you guys want to watch? I think you guys like to watch anime girls and marbles on stream. Am I right? Anime girls and marbles on stream. Anime girls, marbles on stream, maybe like a couple like girl failure things, you know? That's content, you know? Yeah, you know, I think I got you guys nailed down, you know?
Being able to like put yourself in your audience shoes is the biggest superpower a content creator have. The same way that being able to put yourself in a customer's shoes is the best power a business can have. If you don't have an idea of what your community wants to see, you're gonna airball a lot of shots.
Yeah.
It don't mean you can't airball some shots. You're not gonna hit everything. But having a good hook is a good premise. So like, I'm gonna show some examples of hooks that I think are really good in different ways, and then you can start to think about how you can apply that to your content. The reason why I say that is because when it comes to short form, if you don't have a good hook, you're setting yourself up for failure. You only have a certain amount of time to capture somebody's interest. So what
Looks like this
what I would
cameraman
like
lied
to
on his
present
job
is
application.
next time you're scrolling short form.
That's
next
what I'm
time
saying, Goosey. This cameraman is giving me like, I don't know, I'm car sick.
You're even watching long form YouTube videos. I want you to think about what you're thinking about while you're watching it. What about it specifically is interesting? You will start to pick up a lot.
What did I just see? What did I just see?
Even watching long form YouTube videos. I want you to think about what you're thinking about while you're watching it. What about it specifically is interesting?
What the fuck?
You will start to pick up a lot
Is he wearing a tie?
while you're watching it. What about it specifically is interesting? You
He's wearing a tie. He's wearing a tie. Oh my god. Business casual.
will start to pick up a lot of strategies from the stuff you like that you could apply into your own content. Goodness gracious, Pudgy. No shirt, bro?
What? What did he say?
All right. Dub, you can't sit in this front row. You gotta find somewhere else. No. Just anywhere else. This area clear. Yeah. Hey, quiet down, please. Why you late?
First, I couldn't figure out where this was at. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I did my best to find it as quickly as I can, sir, and I apologize.
So you just been looking for it.
I've been looking.
You've been just lost.
I even asked the dean.
Hey, listen. This is Professor of the Year of Class of 2025. This is one of the most important classes on our campus. Please listen. You're not.
Did he say 2025? Ow, ow, ow. This is from last year? I'm such a chud failure. This is from last year? No way. Oh, he was a teacher. He was a teacher. Okay. Okay, we're good then. I take it back. I'm not a chud failure. I'm the best in the world ever. Okay.
Hey, elementary, you see people walking, we don't gotta talk to them waving nothing. Jordan.
I made it.
We don't gotta be waving at people coming in late.
They came in late. I made sure to
Pay attention, please. Go ahead.
Thank you, Dean Sinet. If you're really popular,
Just in case you guys just joined us, Dean Sinat is not Kai's brother. Dean Sinat is like he's the dean of the school. Okay, it's confusing to some people. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't confusing. That no one else got confused. What? You You're giving me money? Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for money.
on a platform, like some of you guys, like Alyssa, you have a face that people have seen on TikTok a lot. You can use your face as the hook. You know what I'm saying?
Play by
If you look at a
play.
lot of
Thank you so
AMP
much for
videos,
the fun.
we just
Welcome to the bunny pile. Your newest and cutest bunny. Thank you so much.
use our faces as the hook. So like if, for example, who here is like known for something that,
Chat, what am I known for? Quick.
Dub, what are you known for?
Having a son and food now. EDG brother.
Okay, nice. Well, in that
Boobers!
instance, you can use your
Okay.
face in certain contexts that apply to that, right? If somebody thinks you're really knowledgeable with money and you're doing a money topic, sometimes your face is the thing that hooks you. So, you know, it doesn't have to be like a big thumb.
Yo, Treebeard, thank you so much for resubscribing. Thank you so much for 8 years. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Treebeard.
Thumbnail with a fucking red circle, you know? And then like you just have to, well, we'll explain a little bit later, but it just has to be like an itch that you can hook. So I got a couple examples here. I'm gonna show you the good example first. Hopefully it works.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah, let me turn this motherfucker up.
Are these transfers to
Well, after making his apologies and claiming that he missed breakpoint, I thought
Dang.
we were done there. But the very next race, I found myself next to him again. This time I'm driving a McLaren and in a tight battle of my
McLaren.
own, getting squeezed onto a curb before making a move around the outside of another.
Oh my God, this
Unfortunately,
cameraman,
get
I
full
can't.
exit after he taps me on
I
the
can't
rear,
with this
pushing me
cameraman.
into the snapping jaws of the cars behind. Suddenly I find myself defending from 4 different drivers and start weaving to avoid giving a tow.
Okay, so that's an example of that's a very activating short. I can sit down and explain to you guys all the reasons why, the angles, the voiceover, where he threw it to, where he got it back. But then you could compare that, let's short that got like 1 million views, to this short, which is the same concept, is somebody that crashed into him.
Don't you do it, don't you do it. You motherfucker. Motherfucker. I make it, I fuck up.
So it's the same concept.
Wait, so the first one wasn't real? Oh my God, it's a raid! Yes, Suki Raid! Hello, raiders! Hello, welcome in! How's your stream? Did you have so much fun? Hello! Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for supporting my friend Suki. Thank you for coming along for the raid. Hi, it's so good to see you! Hi! We're watching Streamer University
You must like
classes and we're learning. Westy Baka and Unite. Thank you so much
Black
for the
heart emoji, orca seals come bouncing
Oh.
in.
What?
White heart
You must like
emoji,
me.
black heart emoji, orca seals come bouncing in. White heart emoji,
White
black heart emoji, orca seals come bouncing in. White heart emoji, black heart emoji, orca seals come bouncing in. White heart emoji, black heart emoji, orca seals come bouncing in. White heart emoji, black heart emoji, orca seals come bouncing in. White heart emoji, black heart emoji, orca seals come bouncing in. White heart emoji, black heart emoji, orca seals come bouncing in. White heart emoji, black heart. Aw, it's over. Damn it! Thank you so much for the 1,000 biddies, Night. I really appreciate you. Except my chat says sometimes I say nut like nut. So when I say nut, I mean nut, not nut. Okay?
Wow!
Yo! Anonymous, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Orca. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. White heart emoji, black heart emoji. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Usmina. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I hope you had so much fun. Thank you for the raid. If you have the raid and run, no worries. But we are watching Streamer University. And actually, it's like so good. Like, I'm learning a lot. And I have a lot of inspiration, a lot of ideas. And it's really fun. But if you guys have to go after that amazing stream, you know, take care of yourself first, man. You know, that's always comes first. But thank you so much for supporting my friend Suki and just being great. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
concept. He did the same thing. They both had the same experience. Somebody hit him. He was playing a racing game. Somebody hit him.
I did not know.
One guy
I
went
didn't
through the effort
realize
again, all
though, you guys, that the first video wasn't real. That's a game. I thought that was real.
Cinematic shots, making sure you had no chance for your attention to get lost. Another person just played a clip. There's levels to this.
What if you don't have editing skills like that?
You gotta find editing skills. And so, like, I will say, we're gonna get to it in a little
Yo,
bit, but
editing
a lot of
skills
the
are
skills you
hard,
hire
though.
for are actually things you should know.
Editing
One,
skills?
you're gonna know if someone's scamming
Ooh.
you if you know how it's done. But then two, on top of that, if they're not available and for some reason you need to get down and dirty, you should know how to edit.
She's
it.
like
You
a
should know how to-
parent falling for AI edits. Okay, I fall for AI edits though. I do. I fall for AI edits sometimes. And I think they're real. Shut up. Shut up.
edit it short. You should know how to do all the things you hire for. That's why I know how to make lotion and shit. That's the tone guys here.
Lotion? What? Did he say lotion?
So I would like to say it's not always success, and you always have to be trying stuff. So even the biggest streamers in the building, they just.
Like me. Unlinkable. Thank you so much, the fellow. Welcome to the bunny pile. Your newest and cutest bunny. Thank you so much.
Stuff that doesn't hit all the time, but you should always be applying the principles. So I started a gaming page in my head. I know what does that mean. The gaming page is at what 200. It's like at 30,000 subscribers right now. It's performing well, views per video, but I'm not farming subs enough. What should I do in that instance? Lean into shorts. So not only am I posting YouTube shorts consistently now, but I also created a gaming Instagram so I can apply more shorts. And there's actually a pretty good conversion between Instagram Reels and content off platform. Instagram is actually maybe the most underrated thing in content.
Whoa, okay. Instagram Reels? Instagram Reels are goated? Is that what he's saying? Instagram Reels are goated?
Instagram Reels and content off platform. Instagram is actually maybe the most underrated thing in content right now. So let me give you a couple examples of hooks. This is an example of a hook where the caption is what makes you intrigued in the content.
Evan, you only watch Instagram Reels? That's interesting. Okay, I'm taking notes. Yeah, right, because I feel... Wait. I just want to add to this. I feel like there's a lot of people who are anti-TikTok. Like, the people who are anti-TikTok are on Instagram Reels. They still want to have that, like, short-form content, so they're on Reels. I don't use Insta Reels at all. I never use either. That's the best way to get known. Really?
You must like me. Star, thank you so much, the fellow. Welcome to the bunny pile. Your newest and cutest bunny. Thank you so much.
I mean, I don't want to sign in, so. I think it's just the internet, to be honest with you.
Damn.
So that click worked, but this click not working. Let me try it again.
I swear to God, I'll say it again. I could listen to him read the phone book. I don't know.
Brother. There we go.
Oh.
Sit, hurry up.
Technical difficulties.
Who's that? Jason?
I don't want to talk right now, bro.
What happened?
Teaching, bro.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, so first of all, that's prosthetics. It's not my real forehead.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You guys, thanks for the hype train. I really appreciate you. Choo-choo. Heck yeah. Wait a minute.
So, okay.
She is very gorgeous to me.
Wait.
Yeah, so first of all, that's prosthetics. It's not my real forehead. So, okay.
She is very gorgeous to me.
She is very gorgeous to me.
That shit look good.
Okay, but the premise is that once you read the caption, the bouncer says no hats, you got no choice but to fucking stick around to see why the caption says that. The caption make you want to stay to the end. And you obviously can see the hat, and just, you know, it's implied that I'm going to review the hat, but by the time you finish it, you're like, damn, that was so crazy. Maybe I watch it again. Now you loop somebody. Now you get mad watch time.
Yeah.
Feel me? So this is an example of an Instagram reel that we posted like last week that performed pretty well. Yeah, what's that?
You guys, stop ripping him in the chat right now. Bro can land a plane on his forehead. Bro has a beforehead, a forehead, and an afterhead. Stop it, chat. Be nice. Be nice, chat. We are a guest in his classroom. I will not stand for this slander. I will not stand for this in my classroom. See me after class. See me after class, Clutch and Waffle. See me after.
POV, like.
Also, Elkeman Rider. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Bunny Pile, your newest and cutest bunny.
You're 27 and single, so you're going on a solo date. Like I'm known for my monthly solo date. Do you think POV is like important? If you think that's why the videos are hitting so much, because POV is so relevant?
It is impossible to answer without knowing your audience. It is like super audience specific. So I would have to look at your specific audience and see why something may or may not hit. Because something that hit for you might not hit for the next person. Feel me? So this is a thumbnail hook where the actual thumbnail, the content of the thumbnail is what makes you want to watch. So this is a clip that I deadass posted. I repost it like every 3 months. But it was the intro I did for a 48-hour stream where I came down, rappelled from the ceiling. But you don't have to know any of that. It says craziest Twitch intro. Why is it so crazy? Well, why is this guy rappelling from the roof? So it adds like some interesting appeal. Who this applies for is anybody that watch streams. Why is this better than any Twitch intro I've seen before? It might not even be the best, but it's a unique one. It's unique enough to where every time I post it, it does well. I repost it like every 3 months. But in my opinion, like now using a thumbnail.
Wait! People repost stuff? I don't really repost stuff. Should I be reposting stuff, Todd? I don't repost. I should repost? Wait, what do you mean? Like re-upload it? Or like there's an actual repost button and I repost it? Like I know there's a repost button on Twitter, right? But are you saying like re-upload it a second time? Like separately? You can do that on Insta too. You can? I didn't know that. Dang. Okay. Maybe I should try that. Like, I have stuff from years ago. Okay. Okay. I'm getting ideas. I'm writing this down.
You're using a caption. You could use somebody's face. You could even use the, what do you call it, the description in the bottom of it to interest people. So, like, don't waste space. Everything they see could be another reason they discard your content, right? Think about the way you consume content. You be scrolling. You're not paying attention to nobody. You scroll. It could be someone you fuck with. You might scroll past it. So it's not enough to know people. It's not even enough to make good content. You deadass have to have the whole package. You know what I'm saying? Like once they watch the video, it has to be a good video, but you also have to package it to make it look like a real video if you want people to stick around.
So, okay, Waffle, we're still going with this? Frontal lobe? No. Frontal globe, yes. What the fuck are you... Waffle!
When you making certain videos, you have to pay attention to the analytics to see how it's performing, to see what works.
No.
It's better for you.
Yeah, that's true. We'll get into that a little bit more, but that does apply. Yes, you're correct. So this is just something practical. I mean, if you're not doing it, what's that, Jason?
Permission to pee.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Go pee, gang.
He just said permission to pee. Chat, listen to me, okay? Listen. I want to state something right now, chat. Listen, announcement. You from now on, you must ask for permission to pee. If you are watching the stream and you have to go pee, you have to say permission to pee, and I will grant you permission to pee. Okay, great.
Go pee, bro. Sorry. So this is like, to me, this is obvious, but there's a chance that you might not already be doing it. So let's say you're in fashion, right? Let's say you're in gaming. There's really no planet you shouldn't be on TikTok. You could type in gaming. You could click the 3 dots, you can click filter, you can go by like count, and you can go this week or this month. If you don't know what's popping in your genre, in your field on TikTok in the last 2 weeks, you genuinely don't care about your job. That's what it feels like, because if this was any other context, you would pay attention. If you were an athlete, you would kind of pay attention to the stuff you put in your body. If you're a streamer, you should pay attention to the content that's performing. This is part of the job. Yeah, can we quiet down, please? So if you haven't been doing it,
tell him. I love that shit. Can we quiet down, please? Oh my God, that's so good. Can I get a water? You know what, Cheap? You should bring your own water to class, okay?
make it a habit. In fact,
Hi, DJ.
what I like to do is I literally create a separate TikTok, a separate YouTube, where the only thing I do on it is research. So the algorithm specifically feeds me interesting, unique, creative stuff because that's the only thing I consume on it. So I don't watch my usual videos on there. I specifically use it just to see what's hitting, what's working. Not just for stuff in your bubble. Genuinely, you'll have so many bangers if you start looking at other bubbles. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting though. Like there are French streamers with 40,000 live viewers that you've never heard of. There are Spanish viewers with 50,000 live viewers you've never heard of.
Damn.
It's not that they're not big, they're just not in your bubble. There's a lot of stuff happening. It's not happening in this bubble. You guys are in this Stream University bubble. It's mad shit happening in the world. If you're not paying attention to all of it, you're missing out tremendously.
So like, who are your favorite underrated streamers or creators that a lot of people don't know about, but that you're like, they're fucking raw and they have a lot of potential?
Alyssa, I think she's fire over there. Suburb's hilarious. Chibu didn't make it here. I wish she got picked, but Chibu's really funny to me.
Okay, so not me. Okay.
Yeah, not me.
Damn. Girl was looking for a compliment. Damn.
Okay. Did you want me to say you? Okay. You're pretty great too. Yeah. Yeah, I love your content. Yeah.
He don't know you, little bro. He don't know you, little bro. Evan, we had the same brain cell. We don't know you, little bro. He don't know you.
About this guy.
All right, so I would like to say, there's a good, certain things you can't learn without trying. It's facts, right? I mean, sure, somebody could tell it to you, but sometimes actually experiencing it hits harder. So the YouTube shorts to YouTube videos is undefeated. First of all, YouTube shorts is just the best way to get subs on YouTube, okay? And you might be saying, like, this is Stream University, why are you talking about YouTube and short form so much? It is impossible to grow as a streamer, okay? I don't know if you fucking noticed. You will not grow as a streamer by streaming more hours. In fact, you won't even grow as a streamer by making good content.
Can I also mention something that's pissing me off right now? Why is Agent's team not moving his chat and his sub count? Hello? Move his chat and his sub count to the bottom, so we're not blocking his face. Hello?
You will only grow as a streamer if you're making good content and people can see it on all the platforms.
Or you know what, maybe it's the cameraman's fault. Maybe they had an idea all along to hit a certain angle, and then the cameraman, as we saw, started walking like crazy. I don't know. I have no idea.
Platforms. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter how funny your clip was today. If niggas not clipping it on Twitter and the TikTok's not sharing it, then, I mean, nobody saw it. Your audience saw it, but they're already watching you. You feel me? So get in the habit of trying to share some of the stuff that's happening, not just on stream. The grind is not just more hours on stream. This is very prehistoric mindset, okay? The grind is having a moment and then finding ways to share it with everybody. So streaming, you essentially now are a content creator. You're not a streamer no more. It's a full-on content creator. What's that?
So how do you like do it as to like?
Wait, you're actually in Streamer University? Of course I am. Did you see my uniform? Of course. I'm in the class. How could I be in the class if I wasn't? Hello?
You like get out of those levels. Like for instance, Steve, right? He has a big fan base because he gets out of his level. So how do you make it so you're not?
How do you get out of your bubble?
I'll be out there tomorrow. Hell
make
yeah.
An effort
Streamer
to
University,
consume
let's
different
go.
types of content that you may not particularly be interested in. It could be in a different language, it could be in a different font, but you just have to make a serious effort to, you won't leave it by accident. If you let your algorithm, it'll keep you in that bubble because that's the stuff you like. You just have to start consuming different things. That'll be on you, low-key, to just,
I'm holding up a sign for a streamer outside the fence tomorrow. Wait, like you're a fan? That's pretty cool. Nice showing your support.
teach your algorithm a little bit.
I got a question.
What's that?
Why you think Kai only posts his shorts on YouTube but don't post them videos on Instagram Reels?
Ooh.
I think he's, I don't know. He's been talking about starting on Reels. Yeah, he's just been off for a while, focusing on other stuff. So, but just because somebody doesn't necessarily mean it's good or bad strategy, it's kind of just what works for you. Being everywhere for the average streamer works. I will also say, sometimes things apply to the biggest streamers that's not gonna apply to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it might only work for them because they're them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
like, take it with a grain of salt when you see a really, really big streamer doing something. It might not always work. It's worth trying stuff though, but it might not always work. Instagram Reels is OP. Are you who's posting on Instagram Reels here?
Me.
Wise. Bro, if you are not,
Me.
brother, how do I tell you, right?
It's a big deal.
Let me tell you how remember TikTok 3 years ago? That is Instagram Reels today. And especially if you
Wait, why is that, Chad? Why is Instagram Reels hitting right now? TikTok Prime was insane. It really was. But why is Instagram so big? Do you guys think it's because people are like sick of TikTok? Everyone has Insta. Like I said, everybody has Insta. The algorithm. Yeah, I guess. I guess that's true. Everyone does have Insta. The algorithm on Instagram is good. I don't have Insta though. Waffle, why not? Waffle, did you say you have a Facebook, but you don't have an Instagram? That's kind of crazy. Everyone wants to goon, but not like on TikTok. What? What?
Oh, you must like me.
That's not true. Crouton, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the bunny pile. Your newest and cutest bunny. Thank you so much. Oh, you don't have Facebook. Okay. I don't have Facebook either, but apparently I need to get one.
You have an existing audience on Instagram.
What is cameraman still doing? What is cameraman is like chasing a bee. A bee is in his sweater and he can't get away from this bee or something. I'm convinced that this cameraman is being attacked by bees. Like look at the difference between these two jumps with my arrows right here. What? We're having an earthquake. I don't know.
And especially if you have an existing audience on Instagram, it's crack.
Really go up faster.
Way faster. Not just on Instagram, but it just shares shit so well. Jeremiah.
I heard like posting multiple times and then Instagram can like fight.
You can. It depends on your niche. I would say probably don't post more than 1 or 2 times. But there's some people that post 4 or 5 times. It just depends on your niche. Some niches a lot more acceptable to spam post. Some niches you could deadass post the same video every week for like the rest of the year.
So you be reposting your own content again and again?
You can. Like if enough time passes and a clip hit, I already post it.
Yeah. That's my question.
Okay, so that part of it is so new to me. I did not realize like things can do well with reposts. I should repost some stuff that like did well. Guys, if you see me repost stuff, Shun, don't be alarmed. I'm going to try this out and we'll see how it works. I'm going to repost some TikToks and I'm going to repost some Instagram Reels and stuff and we'll see. We'll see how they do. We're going to do an experiment. Okay?
I post on TikTok. They flag my content for unoriginal content. If it gets clipped, my clipper send me the clip, and I have to appeal it sometimes.
Okay, I will say, so all the social platforms don't like clipping culture.
Okay, listen. Before they get into this, I have kind of a hot take. Maybe not. Maybe this isn't a hot take. Meta might actually don't like if you repost too much. Oh, true. But, like, I never understood why people got upset about clippers. I guess I can understand one angle of it, okay? I'll get to that. But I could never understand why people get upset when clippers take their content and post it. Because at the end of the day, that's reaching a whole other algorithm than you're on that you're posting to, probably. And reaching, like, new eyeballs. And, like, those people, if they see your shit and they like it, they'll be like, oh, who is this? This isn't their account, so, like, who is this streamer? And then they'll go, yeah, free ad. They'll go to your socials or whatever and try to find you and then watch you, you know? So, I think the out-of-context clippers, but that put people in a bad light could be detrimental. Okay, I could see that lens for sure. Because sometimes they make a fake narrative or drama. Okay, I could see that. But like, I think when done not in a malicious way, it's just, yeah, like free advertising. And that's how you found me? Really? That's crazy. That's crazy. Wasn't there this dynamic that repost vids get way more views over time than the original? Yeah, I also did hear at some point, like, if you post something and it doesn't hit, wait like a month and post it again and see if it does. Like, maybe try to change your caption or your hashtags if you're using them, or the time of day that you've posted it, and just see if it does better. But I've heard that as well. But yeah, I know that algorithmically, like, I work with a lot of like content, like in my day job as well. Specifically like algorithm stuff and like SEO content, which if you're not familiar with SEO, it stands for search engine optimization. So like writing and making content that, like, when people Google something, you are the answer. And how you are the answer is by answering the questions that people are asking in Google. So let's say, for example, you are a hair salon, a new hair salon that really wants to get people to come in. Like, you better have like answers to questions people are asking. Like, if somebody goes to Google and says, where's the best hair salon near me, right? Your website better say, like, we are a new hair salon that has really good stylists in the city of blah blah blah, in the state blah blah blah. Because if you're the answer to that question, then Google is crawling all these sites to try to find the answer to give the best answer to the person. So, hi Croc, how's it going? Metadata creation. So yeah. I've heard of a faux place rename itself to nearest faux place near me, and it got like 10 times foot traffic. I mean, that's actually so big brain. That's actually so big brain. But like, I also know that bad things can happen if you, like, Google can, where I was going with that is Google can negatively, and all search engines do this, not just Google, but they can also negatively impact you being like high on the SERP. Your SERP ranking will go down if you have spammy content. Like, if you're just packing keywords in there that doesn't really make sense and doesn't factually answer the question. So it's really interesting when people talk about reposting, and that maybe reposts would have a similar effect on platforms like Meta, because it could be seen as spammy. But I think maybe the spammy, you'd have to be posting like a crazy amount of time, like maybe the same content like the next day, and then the next day, and the next day, or even same day. But I don't know, I could be wrong. I have to look into that a bit more. But anyway, sorry, soapbox done.
Culture. It's true, okay? And there is probably going to get nerfed at some point, most likely. They consider it unoriginal because it is technically not an original piece of content. The original piece of content is happening on stream.
Yeah.
No, I understand that, but it's still not original. Like, you did it somewhere else. You're just repurposing it. Yeah. So we don't know how long this meta is going to exist for. But while it's here, you might as well take full advantage of it. You know, this is a crazy level of late.
I'm so sorry.
It's really big.
Agent, we just had the same class. It's like 2 minutes away. I know.
Yeah, I'm already knowing, gang. I'm already knowing.
Agent, I got a question.
What's that?
You got like a different editor for like your gaming content style versus like your...
Yes, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Okay, so this is like a good concept that I think everybody deserves to understand.
Where were
a lot
you?
of people think the clip hit because it got views. All right, who here has had a clip that went viral and then nothing happened because of it?
Me.
All right, this is common.
Nothing happened.
It didn't result in anything.
Yeah.
Like, it was a moment, then it passed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think my posts have gone like crazy viral. I've had a couple posts. I think the highest post I ever had was probably like 1.5 million, which to me is viral. But yeah, anyway, didn't really do anything. People just said nice boobers and moved on. You know what I mean?
You ain't make no money from it?
Money, like it didn't transition to no views on the socials. I want you to pay attention to this and let me know what you notice.
Entire stream room into a big ball pit. It was a lot of fun. But I left the house for a couple hours and balls have been pouring out the entire time. And you might think to yourself, like, how bad could it possibly be, Agent? It can't be that fucking bad.
I think I saw this.
100,000 balls can't be that bad, right? King.
Bruh.
Chris. Nah, at the time he wasn't camera. He was doing something else.
Do you think they should implement hall passes in Streamer U? I've seen those bathrooms and they are starting to get nasty. What? They're wrecking the bathrooms? Are they smearing poo-poo on the walls? They used to do that in middle school, the boys in my school. We had more than one occasion where our principal had to have an assembly and talk about proper bathroom etiquette because the boys were smearing poop on the walls. I don't know why. Why are boys the way they are? Boys are nasty as hell. Okay, anyway.
But if you notice in that clip, your first thought is gonna be like, damn. Well, first of all, your first thought is Kai's gonna be mad. But then the second thought is gonna be, well, that's a pretty crazy thing to do on stream.
To use it or lose it is crazy,
the
Immortal.
clip is actually useful to you if it makes people think I should show up to the stream. Oh, there's some cool things that happen on that stream. If you collect enough of those, they will genuinely start to show up to more of those streams. Here's a second example of the same thing. Is it gonna let me click this X today? Fuck me. So you're gonna watch this clip and you're gonna think to yourself, oh, he's doing a 48-hour stream. Maybe I should tune into it. So your clip should naturally make people want to come to the content. You know what I'm saying? In fact, usually before I do a marathon, I'll at least do some sort of simple TikTok saying like, yo, I'm surviving in the Amazon for 48 hours.
Hi, Zenny. Hi, Ultimate Saiyan God.
So point is the clips can get views, that's cool. But the clips should get views and make people think, damn, I should show up
This
to this.
camera guy's wild.
You know what I'm saying? So if your
This
clip
camera
got
guy.
views and it makes people think this guy's a fucking asshole, then it didn't do you much good. In fact, it probably did you some harm. There's gonna be some mad people on Twitter and shit that just think you're a way that you're probably not. All right.
I got a question.
Okay.
I feel like I've grown at least 6 clipping pages. I know how to do it crazy good. I can get good views, all these captions.
Okay.
Why do you think, I feel like for me personally, and I heard a lot of people, why do you think when it comes to like Twitch,
Yo, let's hear a question.
why do you think when it comes to Twitch specifically, it's so hard to grow? Because I can get millions of views and understand the algorithm on all the platforms because I mastered that. But to actually get them over, I mastered the everything that you said, but it's hard to get them over because I feel like Twitch doesn't push you out. You have to collab. So the clips to me, from me personally, it doesn't translate versus like.
We could talk about that after because that's a very D's topic, but some of these concepts will help.
Did you say D's topic? Did you say D's topic? I don't understand. D's?
Being able to apply short form and then what we'll talk about a little bit later, these will help, okay?
D's.
All right, when it comes to understanding content, this is gonna sound like the simplest thing you heard today, but on God, half the room's not doing it, okay? A lot of people have the balls to do this part right here. You hit the live button, all right? And that's actually a big first step. A lot of people think about it, they actually don't hit the live button. But then after that, a lot of people skip this part. They fill it out, but they don't actually look. They don't actually see what the chat was saying. They don't see what the numbers was doing. They don't actually analyze the content to see if it performed. But sometimes they do. And then they still don't do this part, which is make the actual adjustment. What this looks like is, do we have any gamers in here that do gaming content?
Me?
Right?
So, well,
Let's
not
say
really.
you playing Valorant. All right?
Johnny?
Boom, you did the content. You analyze the content. Your stream doesn't like Valorant, okay? Maybe it's falling off, just watch now, we don't know, okay? You actually aren't making the adjustment. I've seen it so many times where it's like people are sabotaging themselves because there's something they want to do and it's technically not in line with what their chat wants to see.
Yeah.
You're streaming. At the end of the day, when you stream, you either entertain or inform. So if you're an informative nigga, then you could, spew the knowledge, share, help people. But if you're,
you know what? I think I'm pretty informative, chat. I think I'm pretty informative. I teach you guys how to live good lives, I show you how to interact with the opposite sex. I show you a lot of things that makes your lives better, I teach you guys a lot. So I'm the informative type, I also can game, but like I keep that skill to, I stay humble about my gaming skills, okay? I could get on here and show you what kind of a gamer I am, what kind of a pro gamer I am, but I just keep humble. I keep humble because I don't want to like brag. I'm not a bragger, I'm just informative. I inform you.
Entertain, you actually genuinely had to entertain. If you're doing something niggas don't want to see, you're not entertaining. You're actually just selfishly entertaining yourself. But which is okay if you don't care about growth. But if we're here to talk about growth and you want to grow, it has to look like this and genuinely making that adjustment.
So what would that adjustment look like?
Like not doing Valorant.
Okay, so this is what's hard though, Chad. This is what's really hard. Okay? I feel like Valo is the dating sim game, true. That's why Johnny likes it so much. I feel like this is where a lot of people do struggle though, and I know the struggle as well. Like,
oh, you must
0096FF. Thank you so much for the follow. Is that like a hex color code? To me, it looks like a hex color code. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. I bet it's your like Oshi's nipple hex color. Anyway, welcome to the bunny pile. Your newest and cutest bunny. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Please fucking listen. But like, I feel like it's like to stream, especially when you're streaming like it's blue. Oh, okay, cool. Especially when you're streaming like often, when you make it like part of your day-to-day routine. I think like some days you just like don't want to. There are days where you just don't want to, and you would rather just like play a game, or and that game is specific to what you want to do. Like sometimes I just want to play, if I wanted to play like Barbie in the Diamond Castle, I know you guys are not going to want to watch me play the Barbie in the Diamond Castle. But like some days, you have that urge to just be like, I had a really rough day and I want to play Barbie in the Diamond Castle, damn it. But, it's hard because I know you guys like to talk, and I know you guys like to like interact with me and each other and stuff like that. But that's where this is hard, like what he's talking about right now. Because if Valorant isn't what your stream or what your chat wants to see, your viewers are going to go down. And if your viewers go down, that's not good. But if you want to play it, it's making you happier. So it's like this hard balance, right? I don't think it's so cut and dry like he's saying. Hi, Doc Sensei. Hello. I hope you're having a great night too. Really only works when your viewers are in the thousands. Yeah, true. If your viewers want to see Valorant. Yeah, I agree.
Trying something else. You have to explore. While things are going well, you have to explore so that if things don't go well with that anymore, you adjust. I used to be in the 2K community. I knew what it was like to rely specifically on one game. It sucked. If the game was ass, what happened? Views were down. Nobody cared. It didn't matter how much they liked me. They wasn't going to watch content for a game they didn't care about. You know what I'm saying? You learn that lesson the hard way, and then once you get the momentum back again, now you start AMP. Now you start doing different types of content. You have to learn from these situations.
Okay,
So I kind of have that problem right now. Like I feel like I'm stuck in one game.
Okay.
So did you just like experiment and just do other games that were popular, or like what kind of things did you do? Did you do things that were like just trending?
Yeah, so if you want to do games that you think have the same audience as that one, and try and create some appeal into that game. Okay. So what game do you play?
Marvel Rivals.
So you maybe like, I mean, Overwatch would be a shitty game to go to, but
Why? Why? Justice for Overwatch. That's not a shitty game to go to. What is he saying? What is he saying? Overwatch over Marvel all day, every day. That'd be a shitty game to go to. What the? What the?
Essentially.
What the? Who is this person in a hazmat suit?
I appreciate it. So it's.
This guy got up from his seat just to do the adjustments.
Essentially, you want to find a game that has a similar audience and try and create the most high appeal stuff you can lead with to make people think like, hey, this is not so bad.
Would you do like multiple games at the same time? Like if it
Explore, like what Jinxie did was a really good example. We'll talk about it in a second. Where he did Rainbow Six nonstop, right? Yeah, he did. But now he can kind of do whatever he wants. Yeah. He didn't start that way. Yeah. Like he experimented a little bit with certain games that had similar communities, and then he was able to, now he's so varied, he could play any game and it's gonna pull.
Gotcha.
Dang, that is so true. I forgot about Jinxie's he started playing other games. Like, obviously, he had that whole, like, learn how to play League series, which did amazing. But, like, these games also have their own following to them, too. He pulls so many viewers on League. Yeah, he really does. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is true. You can find other games, but it is hard. It is hard. But he did it. Damn. But I will say, like, everything we're talking about comes back to these people have huge audiences. I mean, if a smaller streamer played Rainbow Six and, like, let's say they have, like, 50 viewers or whatever, then they played Rainbow Six, and then they switched to League, I guarantee you their viewership is gonna dip, you know, pretty significantly. And they might have to work to build that back up to 50. So, I don't know. I hear what he's saying, but I think that is a little bit more sided to, like, you know, the upper 100 streamers on Twitch.
So it's a little bit of strategy to it. But a lot of what's going to work for that is being able to see what other people did. Back when I was making 2K content, there was a few people that pivoted away from 2K content. Yeah. And I studied the fuck out of that. Like, I was on their page, like, he dropped this video, then he dropped this video, and then he went over there and did that. Feel me? But that informed me. So most of the time, the stuff you're doing, people have done it before.
I've never heard of
Follow
someone.
the blueprint.
Shroud used to only play FPS, now he only plays RPG.
All right, speaking about that, who here is not in a niche? You just do whatever, whenever. Okay? All right.
Chad, am I in a niche? Is being a VTuber a niche, though, by default? Welcome back, Ryan. You had some delicious steak and mashed potatoes with a gravy. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Yes, kinda. It's changed for sure. Facts, nah, kinda. I don't know. I feel like I'm in a niche of, like, yapping, maybe? But also, VTubers are niche in itself. I feel like there's either... You either watch VTubers or you freaking hate VTubers. I think. There's no, like, in between.
No, I mean, like...
So, I will say, the people that are in a niche, you have a higher likelihood to grow faster. There's other variables that can matter, but being in a niche helps a lot.
You
Because
are the only VTuber I watch? Really? That's cute. Like, thanks. Thanks. You think I'm cool or whatever? That's so cool. Thanks.
Makes your content definable. When people look at you, they want to think, what's Suburb Baby content about? If they can't put a word on what his content's about, they're gonna struggle to fuck with that content straight up. When you can identify what something is, it's easier to
Totally the only VTuber I watch. Okay, Gerg. All right, Gerg. We're just lying now. We're just lying now. I see.
identify with it. Like, if I say Easy's a really nice person, I like watching streamers that give me a good vibe. Now I know that's the type of content that I like. You have to be identifiable. Being in a niche makes that a little easy. It's not necessary, but it genuinely helps. Let me give you some examples. Jinxie,
You got
we
into
talked a little
Streamer
bit about him.
University? Hell yeah. Yeah, check my outfit. Check the logo, baby. Streamer University. Let's go.
A second ago, he grew exclusively on Rainbow Six.
Dashi? Wait, Dashi mentioned. Oh my god. Me and Johnny, I knew we became friends as soon as we both were Dashi stans. We love Dashi. Is anybody else in the chat right now like Dashi? Yay! Okay. Yes. You guys know ball. You guys know ball. Triple shits. Hey, what's up, you guys? What you snacking on, Cheetos? Welcome back to Super Mario Maker.
He wouldn't touch another fucking game, right? Now he can play whatever game he wants. He could have went IRL. He could have did a whole lot of shit. He wasn't into that. Dashi is another good example. I don't know how many OGs here know Dashi.
Yeah, Dashi.
He's one of my favorite content creators. Before he ever had a gaming channel, he had a voiceover skit channel. And he dominated. He had millions of subscribers. It wasn't until he dominated that field, he pivoted to something else. You'll see a lot in entertainment. 50 Cent dominate music, right? Then he's like, oh, what do I want to do next? I'm bored. Now he goes into film. He dominates film. Now you can do next. Be transitioning out of the niche before you conquered it. You can, but there's going to be a trough where things look a little ugly. You know, money slow down, views slow down. You could do that. I've seen it happen. Ron is a good example,
Keto
right?
Chef. Oh my
where
God,
Ron
yes.
had a dip, but then he was good enough to where he was able to bring it back. And now, like, I saw him at 110,000 people at 4 a.m. yesterday.
Assert dominance and move on. That's what I do in relationships. Assert dominance and then I leave them.
So it doesn't mean you can't pivot out of niches. Sometimes niches scare people because you think, oh, I'm a creative soul. I don't want to do one thing. I don't want to be in a box. Sometimes the box is nice. And just so you know, even when you don't think you're in a box, you just happen to be in a big box. Everybody's in a box. Duke and Speed, good examples of two NBA 2K content creators that grew to the peaks in their games before they transitioned and did other stuff. Duke doing lifestyle stuff and Speed obviously doing the IRL streaming. Okay, this is like pretty practical. The biggest streamers are doing it, and it's not a secret. The guy that's synonymous with YouTube is streaming on Twitch. The guy that's synonymous with Twitch is now streaming on YouTube. It's not an accident. Like, they're watching what's happening and they're making adjustments.
Yeah.
Streaming exclusively to a platform that's not paying you is just like, that's kind of like only playing on PlayStation, but you could afford an Xbox and a PC. Like, you can, but you're gonna miss out on some stuff. So you might as well stream on all of it. We're on YouTube and Twitch right now.
But how can I do Twitch and TikTok? Because TikTok.
You can do that too. A lot of people do that too.
Witchy! Thank you so much for resubscribing. Thank you for 31 years. Thank you so much. Hi, Witchy. Hello. Hello, Witchy. Hello. Everyone say hello to Witchy.
I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch and Kick and Twitter right now. We are multi-streaming, but we're not streaming on TikTok because TikTok always bans me. Not bans me, but bans me from live because boobers, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just like the issue with TikTok is if you say nigga one time, you're out of there. Yeah. So that's, for me, it's like, yeah. Nah, they fry you. Yeah. Kai's niche? Early days, Kai did a lot of prank content, ding dong ditches and stuff like that. He was on campus. He was doing a lot of like datey type of style content. Then he was with us in A&P, and then he started doing like IRL content. So like everyone kind of starts a niche. Kai's a little bit of a hybrid though. I wouldn't say he was in a clear niche. Yes.
I switched my niche fully.
That's good. And
I used to be in hot tubs with girls. I was like slapping ass.
Yo, quiet down.
Who is this man? His content was in hot tubs with girls slapping ass. Okay.
Down, quiet down.
Can I get in that niche? I know what I need to do on VR. Okay, Johnny.
Everybody listen to him?
I always raise girls, mad bitches, slapping ass, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What are we saying? This is cringe.
We don't call girls that.
No, he's good. He's not talking to you though.
Yeah, I switched it to all dude content, and I.
He switched it to all men now. Now we're all men content. Okay. Okay.
All right. In this stage, if you have under 250,000 followers, it's gonna be tempting to stream more, to come up with stream ideas. I promise, you need more short form ideas. This is what your day should look like. You should genuinely be spending 60% of your day on short form. This is not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
This is not shock value. In fact, it might be a fucking understatement. I would dedicate maybe 40% of your time to streaming, 60% of your time to shorts. If you don't have a shorts person, that's okay. Make him yourself.
Is that clips?
Yes, shorts, TikTok, IG Reels, all that, yes.
Is it on your own platform or can it be on the Clippers platform?
It could be wherever, as long as people post it. Yeah, because shorts barely make any money anyway. All right, so this is, okay, I'm gonna do this for every stage just so you guys get a sense, because I know hiring is like a little bit of like, nobody talks about it. But this is what my team looks like. So I have an operations guy. Yeah, he's in the tone suit. We got creative and camera, Marcus, but he's club director. Operations like get shit done. You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, we actually needed the stand built. He's getting a stand built. We need this for stream. We have this idea. Let's pull this off. He's the one that makes ideas. Like he gets the physical things to make the ideas happen.
Okay.
Right? Tech. If you do, who does like a lot of IRL streams primarily? All right, there's a world where you might eventually need a tech person. Like if you start going to Amazon to survive and you have all these sets you want to create and you have all these segments, there's a world where it might be helpful to have a tech person, but not at this stage. A manager, this is the person, manager or agent, they want to get you deals. They help you with stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like from time to time, day-to-day things as well. Assistant, I know it sounds like assistant is like a luxury, but if you're making like over $1 million a year, I don't know how many people here, I don't want to pocket watch everybody, but you will hire an assistant and you will go, oh my God, I've saved myself so much time. What are you gonna do with that time? Put it back into the content. But so you're making way more than you paying an assistant because you freed up your time. So assistants, I know it seems like an extra, but genuinely it's probably one of the more functional roles, but not yet. A channel manager / editor, they can help with shorts, but primarily these are people running your YouTube channel. You don't necessarily need that yet. Shorts, this is actually the main thing I would suggest. If you do have some extra bread, and you're looking to grow as a streamer, this is the main thing I would try to invest in, okay? And then accountants and lawyers, once you get to a point, people sue you for everything. So you might potentially need one, but not at this stage. So next stage. This is like a little bit of the middle ground. In this stage, YouTube is the game. If you do not start doing YouTube, I promise, once you become a bigger content creator, you'll be like, fuck, I have no YouTube presence. I'm an idiot for not starting earlier.
True.
So this is the point where every time you do a stream, you're not just thinking clips, you're thinking, hold on, what's the video, what's the thumbnail and title gonna look like?
Hi, Dr.
How
Dreads.
am I gonna post it? Feel me? And this is gonna be a big part of your distribution. One thing you'll learn once you get good at YouTube, YouTube's ceiling is significantly higher than every other platform by a long shot. Like I'm gonna talk about it. If you wanna be a huge content creator and you're not on YouTube, you're not that big. It's just that simple. Even if you look at Kai before he started co-streaming, his Kai Live channel is pulling millions of views per video.
Damn.
All of the biggest streamers have huge YouTube presences. That's not an accident. So not only does it have the highest ceiling, you stand to make the most money from long form content. Your appeal is a lot more global in Twitch, Kick, and even YouTube streaming culture. It's very bubbly, right?
Okay, so the thing about long form that's tricky is it's not just the VOD. Most people, I would say, not most people. Most big streamers do have like a separate channel just for their VODs that are just like straight up the VOD. It's just basically like if you were to just rewatch the stream. But what they're talking about long form is like an edited segment of that stream, that live stream, that like it jump cuts to like the good moments and like, there's quick edits and, there's things put in there, like if there has to be like an overlay of like a picture that somebody was talking about or something like that. It's edited form, but it's edited long form, which takes a long time to like do, and like that's why these people have like their own editors, that like that's their whole job. The stuff you watch while eating your dinner, exactly. Cut out the unwanted parts. Yeah, exactly. Long form is a niche that's hard to nail down. Not many people have an attention span longer than a few minutes. It is, but YouTube, like Barracuda, I would like counter your point by saying like YouTube is made for long form though. So like long form works the best on YouTube because people go to YouTube when they're sitting down to eat or doing chores or something or want something on while they're working in the background. Like they go to YouTube to find that stuff. So that's where long form does like keep people's attention and keep people viewing it and coming back. Yeah.
Your audience is gonna be people that's American, maybe speak English, maybe potentially more black. But on YouTube, it's like everybody watches it, everybody. And when I meet people that I'm like, damn, I wouldn't have expected you to watch my content. They actually don't watch the streams. They usually watch the YouTube, okay? And the good thing about YouTube is there's no end.
Sure,
it can
yeah.
eat 24/7. You go sleep, wake up, the video got more
thank you
views.
so much for the
So when you
follows.
create content that's evergreen, you're not just winning
cuties,
while
buddy.
you're live. It's just winning 24/7.
Fuck that shit, Agent.
Yeah. So I want to give you an example. If you guys have a Ludwig class at some point, please block in. This is no troll, one of the best executors of YouTube content. I want you guys to
Hey, look at him, the GOAT.
really lock in. I mean, try and analyze the first minute of this video.
Analyze the first minute of this video. Okay, here we go.
That's how many people have bought Mecha Chameleon. For reference, that is more than Mario Kart World did in the first few months it came out. Mecha Chameleon only came out a few weeks ago. In fact, it's more than Street Fighter 6 has done in 3 years.
Hold up. It's called Mecha Chameleon. I've been saying Mecha Chameleon. Is it Mecha? It's Mecha? I've been saying Mecha. Damn it, I'm dumb! Miru said this before. What? It's Mecha? I say Mecha. I knew it was the wrong spelling of Mecha. This is the GIF debate all over again. It's GIF, it's not GIF. GIF is peanut butter. It's GIF. In my opinion, it's GIF. And for those of you who don't know, it's Porsche. It's not Porsche. You don't drive a Porsche. You drive a Porsche. You're welcome.
And it's more people than subscribers I have, and that's a free button to press that I want you to press now. But it got me thinking. It's a lot of fun to play with your friends and pick a cringe spot if you want to win, or maybe just do a funny spot that usually doesn't end up working out. But what if you had actual professionals, aka artists? How would they do? To find out, I employed the help of my good friend Squeaks to be static hunters, and we would trace down.
Okay, so I will. If you look through YouTube, there's probably not a single video that any of you guys did that. He's just the best executor I know. And the crazy part is like, Ludwig is not like a Kai Snyder speed. Like, obviously, no disrespect, but he's pulling numbers like them on YouTube. This is not an accident. That's a gaming video. He could have just started with the start of the game. Instead, he did this whole post commentary. He played music in the background. He was cutting, zooming to things. You're visually stimulated. but then the words he's saying is hooking you. What do you mean I'm playing with professional artists? That's just a good concept. Not only did he get the good concept, the thumbnail and the title, the packaging is good. Once you click on it, he's hooking you. So you're like, damn, not only did he give me context in case I don't know what the game is, but now I'm hooked. I want to know what the best people do. He's visually showing the painting. It's like maximum stimulation, and then there's going to be the release where the game starts, but now you're hooked. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you want to look at mastering YouTube, mastering hooks in long form, I genuinely don't know if there's a better person than Ludwig to do that.
Dang. W compliment.
And then here are some examples of good thumbnails. So, dumbest spots in Mecha Chameleon. Simple title, you know, a circle and an arrow. Couldn't be that hard. But when you put yourselves in the audience shoes, you're scrolling through, you're gonna be like, where? I don't see anything. Boom, that's it. Where? I don't see anything. Let me click the video. That looks like a crazy spot, right? This is the Ash Out video. Ash is one of my favorite YouTubers and now streamers. And this is one of his funniest videos. I took a racist to the most dangerous hood in America. And not only was the content phenomenal, it was like a double prank where like he was frying people. It was like a really, really good video. But on top of that, this guy looks petrified and he's surrounded by people that you can make context of are in the hood. It's just a good video. So
that's crazy.
You should be looking when you're watching streams, when you're watching YouTube videos, don't just click the thumbnail. What about the thumbnail made you want to click it? If you're not asking yourself that question, you actually are just zombie consuming content.
Yeah.
You actually haven't learned nothing.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who here has a passion outside of streaming? Like, what's your passion?
Men.
I like to read.
Read and music. sometimes when you're listening to music, do you feel like, oh my God, I wish he would have done it like this? Or you think about why did he do it in that note? Because you became you're a student of music. If you're watching film, now you want to analyze the lighting and why they frame it like that. And oh, who did the score and the music? If you're not thinking like that as a streamer, is it really a passion? I'm telling you, like you should be looking at it and be like, damn, he went crazy, she went crazy. What made that so appealing to me? You will learn so much.
How is that your passion when you haven't what? When I haven't what? What were you gonna say, huh?
Asking that question.
Agent, for your YouTube video, for your YouTube channel, you think it's a better play to have like highly edited videos like on some like Ludwig stuff from your streams? Or, like,
if it's peak content and you could afford it, I would say yes. You don't have to do it for every video.
For the one where you was outside in the
we didn't do that, no. No, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I use the Ludwig example. I can do better. Yeah. Then I would have them arrange it in a way. But it doesn't have to look that crazy. Sometimes it could just be a cliffhanger, right? Of like the most interesting part that complements the title and the thumbnail, and then the video starts. It don't have to be crazy, well edited like that, but take those steps in that direction. It's gonna help a lot.
He wants me to tell you it's 11:42.
Okay, all right, in this stage, you might want a manager. You're gonna start getting certain brand deals, certain opportunities. You get to that point, 250 to 750. Yo, can we quiet down, please? This is 250 to 750,000 followers. Yes. So you might want a channel editor. This is someone that's gonna manage your YouTube channel. So you can give them pointers, post this content today. My YouTube manager, my editor, no, he knows he posts this as soon as humanly possible on the YouTube. So not only do the stream get the content, you know what I'm saying? Might be a clip that comes from it, but then we're gonna post it on YouTube and it's most likely gonna perform well on there.
So how do I save for a new streamer like myself? Once I end the stream, how do I save the video?
Yeah, it's a VOD on your channel. So yeah, it's
He's sleeping. He's sleeping. He's sleeping.
it's a VOD on your channel. So, and if you're using IRL Toolkit.
What the heck? Cardinal is shouting me out right now. Is Cardinal about to raid? Is Cardinal about to raid me? Anyway.
They'll save it in the cloud over there too. And then when it comes to how you spend your time, okay? You're still spending a large portion of your time using shorts and streaming, but now you want to spend time making things happen, operations, coming up with segments, thinking of things that are higher appeal, more interesting, right? You want to spend 5% of your time on business, reaching out to brands.
He's streaming, I'm just sleeping, don't disturb him.
Relationships. This is the stuff that we're going to get into a little bit later. It's going to fund some of the stuff you do. And then also you want to be spending a good amount on long form. But if you have a channel manager, you won't have to spend too much in this area. If you don't have a channel manager, it might look a little bit thicker. Okay, and now we're getting to the 750 to 1 million range.
Oh shit. I'm trying to get to that.
Do I gotta like pinch it? Is that why it does that?
Man, that's what we at. What the fuck you talking about?
Am I slow?
Spider-Man.
Okay. All right. In this range, congratulations. You can finally stream more, okay? Which might always be a good thing. Sometimes you don't want to be a volume streamer doing 12 hours a day. It's a burnout. But in this, if you want to think to yourself, let me give you a couple examples. Like in this context, let's use Lacey for an example. Lacey has a channel manager. He has editors. He has managers. He has all that stuff. There's really no reason why he can't maximize his time streaming. Here and even after.
Cardinal was crying on stream is the raid message? What? Why were you crying? What happened? Why were you crying? What happened? Why were you guys crying on stream? Why? What happened? It's a dad simulator game? What? Why were you guys crying? You can't just come in here and say that you were crying. Did you finish the game? Dad simulator? You should play Pragmata. Pragmata. Okay, maybe. Maybe I will. The end is sad. I don't want to watch something sad.
After here. So like as a really big
But hi
it's so good to see you. Hi. Hi, guys. I hope you had fun.
No more crying, okay? We're in class. There's no tears in school, okay? Go to the guidance counselor, okay?
Streamer, it makes sense to dive more of your time into streaming. That's going to result in more clips. That's going to result in more revenue. That's going to result in a better connection with your community. But I wouldn't pre this before you did all the other stuff. Building the community exclusively on them streaming platforms is very, very challenging. So if the goal is growth, spending time off platform first is the best way to do it. All right, couple fun facts. We talked about it earlier. Co-stream everything, please, for the love of God. If you guys want to reach out to a certain content creator, Instagram is actually the best way to do that. On your story, at them, it shows up in their notifications, and most of the content creators I know look through that. So even if, and you'll see it, they'll be in your views. So like if there's something you want to say to somebody, don't spam it, honestly. But like that's probably, if I knew like there's one way I want to reach somebody, I literally put up a story and then at somebody. You can literally privately do it too, so they're the only ones that see it. But if you want to specifically make sure someone specifically sees something, that's the best way to do it.
No.
Twitch stories are very underrated.
No.
I actually don't use them. Kai, the one that told me this last week. And he used them for every stream. You know what I'm saying?
What did he use?
Kai, the one that typically sees something, privately do it too, so they're the only ones that see it. But if you want to specifically make sure someone specifically sees something, that's the best way to do it. Twitch stories are very underrated. I actually don't use them. Kai, the one that told me this last week. And he used them for every stream. You know what I'm saying? If there's a stream he wants to hype up, Twitch stories send a notification to your Twitch followers.
Dang, I never use Twitch stories. I don't use Twitch stories at all. Do you guys look at Twitch stories though? Should I be using Twitch stories? Every time I do, someone unfollows me. I disabled those with 7 TV.
Hi, Squidman. Hello.
Nah, nope, me never. But you know what I did realize, or I did notice that, in the app, in the Twitch app, there is like a whole like section now for Twitch stories. So they are pushing them a little bit more so.
So now they know when the stream is going to happen. That's elite. Instagram communities, super underrated, especially if your community is already on Instagram. I know Twitter comms are leaving soon, so if you're looking for an alternative, I made an Instagram community. I personally couldn't be bothered with Reddit or Discord.
Wait, so he doesn't have a Discord, but he has a Instagram community? There's Instagram communities? I did not know that.
And the more you study, the more you win. I promise. If you are not studying, you will win less. This is facts. You can be the most entertaining person in the room. But if you are not paying attention and studying the content that's performing on your channel and on others, you will be limiting yourself. This is factual. In this section, you want to spend a large percentage of... Yo, can we quiet down, please? In this section...
Bro, he keeps having to quiet down the class. I'm gonna slap them all. Keep LARPing, dork. Are you talking to me? Am I the dork in question? Am I the dork? Am I the LARPer dork? What? What? Keep LARPing, dork is insane.
Oh, you must like me.
That's the best thing I've heard all day, I think. Chris T Live, Squidman, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Bunny Pile. Your newest and cutest bunny. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You want to spend a larger percentage of time on strategy. What direction are we headed? What's some fire shit I can do for the summer? What's the rollout going to be like? You know what I'm saying? You want to spend a large portion of your time streaming. The streaming is the top funnel. You go live, the clips eat on socials, you post it on the YouTube. The more you stream, the more content gets disseminated everywhere. You want to spend a good amount on the business side. Ideally, you don't have to do too much because you got managers and agents and things of that nature. And then 10% is now managing. You have a team. You actually have to manage people, and you can arrange your team however you want. It genuinely really depends on the type of content you do. My content is really variety. We use some IRL, some gaming. We do a little bit of everything. So this is the layout that I found was compact enough to where like, it's not too much people, because then you got to travel with everybody and stuff like that.
Bro, you're a horny 26-year-old Twitch mod, buddy. Yeah, he wishes he was 26. That's a compliment. That's a compliment. Damn.
But it's like you're not bottlenecked.
Johnny
I don't
is
have to
not
think to myself,
that young.
oh my God, I wish we had another hand. You know what I'm saying? So the teams are super specific to the content that you do. There's no ideal formula. I would always recommend, if you know a bigger streamer, ask them. Before I made a hire, I called Ludwig. Yo, Ludwig, what you think about this? Yo, Kai, what you think about this? Phantom, what you think about this? Because everybody has a different formation. You want to see which formation might make sense for you.
Okay.
I got a question. So, as you can tell, you have all those members on the team. Do you have them specifically work on that task, or is it like a team thing where...
It's a team thing. Everybody helps everybody.
Where you find these people? Wait, can you say that again?
Everybody helps everybody. Yeah. If someone only does one thing, they're a little useless.
Okay.
Yeah. Like today, for example, my channel manager is doing some clips.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, and Ansel, your sister drunk butt dialed you.
You know,
That's
but
crazy.
like everybody helps
That's
everybody.
A talented butt.
I also believe that, like,
You talking to him?
No.
Okay.
He's the goat.
Okay.
But I would just say, like, I personally tell people that it's also good to know a little bit of certain other people's jobs just in case, like, we have multiple.
100%. Yes. He's not even a cameraman. He used to run operations.
We can tell. We know, gang. We know. This is not the cameraman.
So, but he could also run camera.
Well, can he?
So where you find these people?
Referrals usually for me. I'll ask people.
How long do you think you go through trial and error finding somebody that's like good? Because like people can say they do things, but you know worth ethic.
Me when I lie on my resume.
Consistency is like really important.
We could talk about that off stream because it's a little tough. Okay, let me give you an example. All right, as you grow in streaming, you're gonna want to take certain risks. And now we're talking a little bit about money, so I need everyone to pay attention. I know money sounds like the thing you do to get Ferraris, but this is not true. Money is the thing that's gonna make your ideas come to life. Some of you guys have some really big ideas, some things you want to try, but you can't put a trigger. Why? Because it's a huge fucking risk.
Yeah.
Certain risks are worth taking, others aren't. I'm gonna give you 2 examples. This is a risk that had paid off for me. So, first time I went to the Arctic, first of all, I bet my chat that I could survive in the Arctic. They said, no, you can't. I said, all right, bet. That was crazy. Yeah, I booked a trip, and I knew I was probably gonna lose money. Across flights, the north is super expensive, et cetera, et cetera. We'll get into the expenses, but it made some money though. On the YouTube, the video actually performed really well, so I was able to get almost $7,000. And then the actual Twitch stream of it got $17,000.
Dang.
Which sounds good. A couple interesting factors though. 2 years ago, this number would have said 50,000. So ads are down.
Ooh.
And it's not because I'm running less ads. It's just that's the nature of Twitch. Twitch doesn't currently have a system where they could have higher CPMs and lower CPMs like YouTube. So overall, ads are just lower than they are. I know that going into it. That's part of the risk. So I'm making anything from like, what, $24,000 on this. All I had to do is not spend $24,000, and I at least don't lose money on the idea I'm really passionate about.
This is from one stream?
Yes. So here are the expenses. So between the hotels, flights, clothing, car rentals, and camping supplies, luckily, on that day I made money. Now, we're not accounting for obviously like staff expenses and stuff like that and how much time we dedicated. We could have spent on anything else, opportunity costs.
Yeah.
This is just what we spent. On this opportunity, for me, it's okay to lose money if it's going to get eyes in your direction. For me, the Arctic was a solo thing I tried that I genuinely believed in. I really want.
I mean, we just heard Ludwig. I can't say his name. Ludwig talk about him doing his wilderness survival stream too, and him not making money from that. And then it seems like Agent like looks up to Ludwig a lot. And so maybe Agent tried to do it too, but he didn't make money either. But he was happy to do it, and it was fun for him. So sponsors, true sponsors.
I wanted to challenge myself, and so if I lost money, I lost money, but let me try my best to maximize, okay? We're gonna talk a little bit about the best way to do that in a second, but this is an opportunity that worked out. Let me give you an example of an opportunity that did not work out. So this time I'm co-streaming. I make $2,000 off the YouTube. I'm making $3,000 off the video. So this is the stream, this is the video, and I'm making $16,000 off the Twitch. It's not a bad shout, but this time we're not in the Arctic, we're in the Amazon. Things are a lot more expensive and a lot more remote. And the expenses looked a little bit different.
Damn.
So this is an example of a bet that financially didn't pay off, but content-wise went ballistics. These are worth doing. If you can afford to eat it, these are worth doing. And you might be asking yourself the question of, okay, how can we reduce the risk of doing some of these big events? Boom, ads, but not the ones you see on Twitch and YouTube.
Oh my god. Holy, you called that.
The ones, the sponsors that people pay for. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Who here reached out to brands before coming to Stream University?
No.
8 people. I was talking to Malik. She showed me, she messaged 50 brands. Half of them responded. I'm talking like Target responded. You know what I'm saying?
Target, sponsor me. Target, sponsor me. Sponsor me, Target. I love you, Target, please.
You're at Stream University. This is the talk of the town.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You not reaching out to Samsung and DJI and Fortnite to see if potentially they might be interested in supporting something you want to do. So I literally reached out to all the brands that I know, and Fortnite came back and said they want to do something to help some students. So we will actually be finding 2 streamers that have not had a brand deal before to do their first brand deal with me a little bit later today.
Yo!
Okay?
That's cool.
But like, I could have said nothing. I could have not asked. You know, we're thinking, okay, agent, well, you know some brands, so that doesn't count. You've done 10 epic deals before, so that's a little bit of a cheat code. This is true, but let me give you some examples on how to get some of these brand deals. And then I'm gonna walk you through how I'm gonna execute the Fortnite one, and we're gonna pick some students to do it before we end class here today, okay? So back when I was a wee little lad and I haven't blown up on YouTube, there was a website called FameBit. It's like you had to apply for ads. I think the Stream Elements has it now. FameBit got bought by YouTube. Now it's called YouTube Brand Connect. If you guys are on YouTube, you've probably heard of it through there. Brand Connect. So it's YouTube's platform where you could apply for ads. Essentially, if I wanted money, I would see a scale on the website. I'll say, I want to advertise this scale. This is how I'm going to do it. I send them a little paragraph or 2. This is pre-AI, so you have to know how to write. And then you send submit, and you get a brand deal. I just reached out. At the time, I was broke. I was looking for anything. $250 to sell a scale to 10,000 people. I'll do that, gang. All right? I need some bread. I was broke on campus at the time. That's just reaching out. The second thing, have you tried asking them? No, seriously, though. You are completely underestimating how much. I have talked to brands that have literally told me, we only work with the biggest streamers. I've talked to brands where they said we only work with the smallest creators. We like doing small deals. We don't want to do anything too big. If you are not asking, you are selling yourself short.
Should I ask some brands if they would sponsor me? Should I just ask? Yes. But like who? I don't know. I don't know who I would ask. Here's the thing, guys. I don't want to be on stream and be like, hey, you guys. Guess what? You know? Starbucks. Holy shit. Wait, W idea. Ask Target. Not the script. Calvin Klein? This applies outside of streaming too. Ask things. True. Pal World has a pretty good creator program. But like... Sorry. Just past my bedtime. It's... But like, I don't play games. I'll just talk. I don't play Pal World. This stream is sponsored by Target. Part of doing ad deals is kind of having to say the hey guys part. I know, but won't that be so cringe? Won't that be cringe for you guys to like hear? Like, hey guys, I'm talking to you on my new microphone thanks to Alienware? You think they would? Because like low-key, I hate computer issues. Just do it for things I like. True. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just, yeah. Maybe I'll think about it. I'll think about it and think about stuff. I'll think about it. I don't know. I'm a little weird about it.
Third is management. You'll get a lot of inbound deals, right? For me, there's a lot of deals that come in. Honestly, Epic is a lot of them. Where like they'll reach out to your management and say, do you have any gamers in your roster that are interested in doing this brand deal? So if you can find some good management, it's a whole separate conversation. You will get some brand deals through that. Develop relationships. I had a brand deal a month ago where all I had to do was show them that I actually use a product. I pulled the laptop out. I was like, I use this. It got me a second brand deal. Building relationships. Once you do a brand deal, chopping it up with the people that was there, saying hi telling them some of your ideas, getting to know them a little bit. This is how you spin back. You don't want to be one and done type of guy, okay?
Yeah, true.
And then obviously proof of concept. Streamer University, it had like some big support from brands, stuff like that last year. But did you see that page where he showed all the brands this year? He proved it worked. So even though it's Kai Cenat, one of the biggest streamers, and this is one of his biggest ideas, he still had to prove, even Kai had to prove his idea worked before our brands were willing to jump in and help. And now that they know it works and they love the concept of it, exactly. So this also means like if you have a big idea, sometimes you got to bite the bullet and go to the Amazon and you lose $20,000 because next time you might be able to make some money on it. Okay, so I will say, and I'm going to use the Fortnite example to kind of walk you guys through what you should and shouldn't do. I'm even going to show you the brief if you guys haven't seen it before on like what they'll usually send you and what the communication looks like. The first question you do when you get a brand deal, please ask this question, please. What would be a successful integration for you? If you do not know what they want, you will struggle to do a successful one. This is just facts. So the first question I asked Fortnite, yo, what looks good to y'all? Like, what would you like to see happen? And they're trying to promote the sprites. So, I mean, they're all around campus and stuff like that. Okay, boom. They want to focus on sprites. What about the sprites? Oh, the fact that you could trade them, the fact that you could own them, they're permanent now. It's a new season. Each one has different things. Some of them are really rare, hard to get. Okay, cool. I'm learning all this. I'm farming information.
Bro, what are these sprites? I have no idea. I just unplugged my headphones. But I've not played Fortnite in so long. I gotta stand up too. I've been sitting forever. I haven't played Fortnite in so long. I don't know what the sprites are. But like, if you play Fortnite, use creator code Blondays in the shop. Use creator code Blondays in the shop. Oh my god, it's a raid! Yo, hi, Rin! We're at Streamer University.
Hello!
Hello! It's a freaky raid. I can't turn my head, really. But just know, I'm freaking with you guys. I'm being a freak, too. I'm getting freaky as well. Hi everyone, how was stream?
Oh, you must like
Garrick John, I literally read your name as Gherkin. Like those pickles. I read your name as Gherkin. Can I call you Gherkin?
Oh, you must like me.
Can I call you Gherkin? That would be great. Anyway, hi guys, thank you so much for supporting one of my amazing best friends, Rin. I love her very much. She's the best. Every bun better be following Rin. And if you're not, you're going to see me after class and I'm going to give you the chalk eraser clapping. I'm going to clap you. Clap. I don't know. Just do it, okay? Just do it.
Hey, yo.
Just do it. Just do it now. Anyway, were you guys having so much fun? Rin, I love you, and I miss you, and I think we should play games more, soon. We gotta finish the forest. I think that would be fun. Although I forgot how to play entirely, or like where we left off. I don't even know what we need to do next, but we need to do that. But I hope you guys had so much fun. If you guys need to sleep or eat or like whatever, like feel free to do that. You know, take care of yourself. But if you want to stick around, we are actually watching Streamer University classes and like reacting to like the things that they're saying and like if we agree with them or not. It's actually been really fun and I've learned a lot actually so far. What sleep? I mean, that's true. That's true, but sleep is important for your brain. For your brain health. Ask me how I know. Actually, don't. It's a long story. But it's so good to see you guys. The Swamp Puppers. Hello. Hello. Yes. They're getting expelled. You know, maybe. No sleep equals pea brain. Truth. How's your brain gonna get big and swollen if you don't sleep? Sleep is tasty. It really is. Yum, yum.
When the brands trust you, they're going to let you cook on your stream. They're going to pay you to just creatively integrate it into the content that you're making already.
This is an ad for them.
Correct. And the ad I do with the 2 students later will be the actual ad for them. But like, if they don't trust you because they've never done it before, sometimes it's harder to get that. Has anybody worked with a brand that was a little bit like, you know, they wouldn't let you do what you wanted to do. They wanted to do it their way. It sucks sometimes. It happens. It happens to me. It happens to everybody. It's not a good experience. But when you can find brands that trust you to just cook up. You feel me? And don't sell, bro. Because when you sell, they're going to look at me next time like I'm a sell. Because they're going to be like, oh, streamers, they don't do brand deals well. So when you do a good brand deal, you put on for everybody else. You make them way more likely to spread the wealth upon everybody else. So you want to ask that first question. Then you want to ask a second question. What are the talking points? This is important because sometimes it's going to be hard to fit the talking points into the thing you're doing. And if that is the case, it's cool to say no. So I'm going to show you an example of the deliverables in the brief. And I'm going to walk you through, like, this is what the brands will send you when you get a brand deal. What I like to do is I put it on a side monitor. You know what I'm saying? You'll have the talking points and you'll have all the facts. The first thing they're going to do is explain the thing that they're promoting. If it's a game like Epic, Fortnite, it's going to be a new season. New season, new fun stuff. This is the fun stuff. Look, they got sprites. What do? All right, well, they're rare and they got this and we're going to have them all across campus. But for this, you're going to give away a couple brand deals. Okay, that's awesome.
VTuber major. Are you a VTuber major?
Where can you get them? They're going to tell you where you get them. I cannot explain this enough, guys. If you do not understand the thing you're trying to sell, you will do such a bad job.
Yeah.
I've met so many streamers that don't look through the brief. They get on there, they're doing a brand deal, they don't know what they're talking about.
True.
And it could be kind of like funny in a comedic way, but you're not getting that brand deal again. They're not going to spin back and want to do something with you again. So it's worth your time to understand what exactly it is. In fact, I mean, come on, gang, it's money, bro. Download the game and play it. Download the game, play it, try it. If it's some IRL thing, get the product. Try the product before you say yes to some of these things. It's worth actually testing it. And so, obviously, last night, I'm looking through this, making sure I understand how everything works. And then, obviously, I'm gonna break this down to whoever we end up picking here today. But you want to understand how they work, where you get them.
Yes, you're gonna
have to extract them. Okay, so there's certain concepts you got to extract them before you die. Otherwise, you lose them. They're permanent this time. They've had them in the past. Okay, now we got the stream requirements, okay? A lot of this stuff is pretty simple, but if you do not do them, they will text you during the ad really upset, okay? Because for some of these things, you can get sued. So the title has to include Fortnite sprites. Okay, this is what we're doing, include Fortnite sprites in the title, okay? And the disclosure, FTC disclosure, you have to tell people, yo, this is a sponsored segment, okay? This is a sponsored segment. And this is, by the way, guys, a sponsored segment, okay? And you want to do that on stream too. Now, I'll be honest, you probably can't get away with it if you're a small streamer, but the bigger you get, genuinely, they will be on your butt if you do not do that part. And honestly, just for your stream too, it's good so people know when they're being sold something, okay? So for this one, it's actually pretty compact. Sometimes they'll have panels in your Twitch. Sometimes they'll have a pinned comment. Sometimes they'll have different deliverables. It's all part of the package that you're selling to them when you're getting the actual brand deal.
That makes sense.
Okay? And so this is the part that I would usually have up. These are the key talking points. I know it looks like a lot, but it really isn't. They're just explaining what the sprites do, the specific sprites with different rarities, what they're called, and what different things. So like the mythic sprite deploys a shield bubble every time you're using a healing item. So you want to memorize everything in the bullet points, okay? But if you forget them, you know what I'm saying, in between games, stuff like that, take a look, remind yourself. You should understand how they work, but sometimes they say mad talking points, so it's not always the easiest to follow along with, but don't forget this part, bro. It's way harder to build. It's way easier to maintain a relationship and do mad brand deals with the same brand.
Not have ad in a title when you're doing a sponsored portion. Really? You have to have ad in your title if you're going to talk? Okay. What about me though? Like, you know how I have the gamer subs thing that rolls in? Is it illegal for me to not have ad because technically I do talk about gamer subs like that? Or is that different? Daisy would be that one teacher everyone has a crush on. You already know. That's different? Oh, okay. Well, that was a thing made like 4 or 5 years ago. I think it was like 6 or 7 years ago.
And to find new brands every time. And there's not a ton of brands. There's only a certain amount spending a good amount on streams. So you want to pay attention to those and focus on those. In fact, to the point where if I see a brand I like, do a brand deal with somebody else, I'll reach out. I'll say, yo, I have this idea. Are you interested in partnering in this idea? You know what I'm saying? And that's just, you know, they're spending money. If they're spending money in content, they have a department for it. If they have a department for it, they have a budget for it. And if they have a budget for it, why can't it be you, bro? All right. And then on the bottom, there's usually the do's and don'ts. So certain brands are gonna have certain do's and don'ts. Maybe don't call it a skin if they prefer it called a costume. Maybe don't call it a character if they prefer it's called a hero. Maybe don't swear, you know? Maybe don't do anything that's, you know, not ideal for kids if you're playing a video game that's like 12 plus or something like that. So this is like really obvious stuff, but we've probably all been guilty of it at least once, accidentally breaking them. It's not the end of the world, but well, it can be actually, depending on what it is. You know, if you're doing a Samsung ad and you accidentally show an Apple product, you're pretty much fried. So you want to pay attention to some of the stuff. They'll tell you all that in the do's and don'ts. So it's not that scary. I know it's kind of like a lot of text. I wouldn't do this to you in a presentation. But they'll send you this just so you know everything to do.
I don't know. Soon. I think he's wrapping up. I think all classes are the same amount of time. This is the entire VOD though, so that's
so a background on what it is that you're about to be doing for the sponsorship, the talking points, and then a little bit more about the actual product itself, in this case, which is the sprites. So, not that scary, right? No. Has anybody here not done a brand deal?
Me.
Interesting. Okay, good. I'm gonna talk to you guys before we end class. Okay, so.
You must
anybody here not have management or an agency? Okay, so you guys want to focus up on this part. Yo, can we quiet down real quick? We're almost done. All right, when you guys, so we talked a little bit about short form, long form, and streaming, right? Mm-hmm. Now you're reaching out to a brand. You're not just a streamer. You're not just doing a 1-2 hour segment. Now you have a presence on Instagram because you've been posting reels, so you can include the IG story as part of the package. That's good bread. Now you can include the TikTok and the reel as part of the package. That's actually the best bread currently. Yo, listen to me, but please trust me. I talk to a lot of brands. Currently in 2026, in this current month and day and hour, brands are more excited to spend money on shorts than actual streams. This is true. I've talked to brands that said, I want to do the stream, and they said, do you want to do a short? I'm telling you the truth. All of them, their brains don't completely understand content all the time. They see the views on Twitter and TikTok, and they think those are like the same impressions as your concurrent viewers on Twitch. So it just looks sexier to the suits to see this really big number of impressions, which you can get on shorts. This is just factually true. So even though the influence isn't as crazy on shorts, you have a stronger influence, a deeper community, more motion, streaming. That's not how they see it. So we know how they see it. And if this can help fund your big ideas, applying all these concepts, focusing on shorts and long form, how do I tell you? I will make more on a TikTok IG Reel ad than I will on a Twitch ad. And I barely spend time on IG. Like I'm forcing myself to spend more time on that platform. I'm posting 2 reels today.
Some VTubers have models that are specifically
please
meant
do
for
not
advertisers
underestimate how much money can be made because the native ads on TikTok suck. So you might be thinking there's no money there. The biggest ad I've ever done in my life was a TikTok.
Really? Dang. Oh.
Hey, Lace.
What is that guy doing? What is Lacey doing back here? Clapping his little hands off.
Hey, Lacey. This class is not this is not designed for you. That's fucked up.
Just push him down.
Dang.
Okay, last thing I want to say is before we pick the students, you always want to ask for feedback. This makes you look good. Feel me? Not only does it make you look good, it's going to help you improve. What could I have done better? Oh, well, they didn't like the part where it was lagging. Maybe fix up the connection. But they love the part where you talked about this. If you're not you even asking is something that only 5% of people do. Immediately they're going to say, oh, this is a serious guy.
True.
And when they take you serious, they're going to spend serious money on you. This is facts, okay? Please make sure to ask for feedback. It's probably one of the most easiest things you could do that's going to make them want to spend back.
I like that idea. Ask for feedback.
All right. Sorry, that was a lot. So I know that was a lot.
I have no feedback for Daisy. She's perfect. No, you? What the heck?
Okay, before we head out of here, because we all appreciate it. Before we get out of here, because we're running a little bit late, can everybody who has never done a brand deal before, please put their hands up?
Never done it?
Okay, interesting. All right, I'm gonna have you guys meet me in the front of the class, and then we'll probably just. Oh my God, I forgot we're giving away a Sprite.
Oh, cute! What? You must
Huh?
like me. Yo, try hard Noah. Thank you so much for the follow.
All right.
Welcome to the Bunny
So we
Fire
actually don't
videos.
know. How
Thank
should I
you,
get this
Bunny.
way? Hold on, I can't just get handled like that. I can't just handle like that.
Dang. Dang.
Something on the slide.
Oh yeah, ask a question.
Maybe I should ask. I don't have a quiz prepared because I didn't think we was gonna have time for that.
Oh, you must like me.
A pop quiz is kind of crazy. Look, I'll have everybody that doesn't have a brand deal meet me in the front. I'm gonna answer some questions, stuff like that. Everybody else, you are excused to go. Running a little bit late, so you guys are good.
Are you gonna give that out?
Yes, I'm gonna give it out. I have to give it out. They said I can't keep it.
Dang.
Yeah, I bet.
want it.
Yo, chat, we're gonna switch the lens. He'll be right back. Yo, bring the lens
You're in Streamer University, of course. Check the uniform. Duh.
here, Chris. I can quick swap it.
Hey, you got hands? Stick your hands.
Let me see who's the best student. Chat. Let me ask chat.
I was asking questions. I
was being a good boy.
No, I was really.
Oh.
His reason for getting the Sprite is, I was being a good boy. Chat. Chat. Chat, that cannot be your excuse for wanting things, okay? Don't think that you guys can just say, you know, you were a good boy and get what you want, okay? That's just not how it works.
I was asking questions.
I didn't talk.
I listened.
Here, kitty kitty.
Okay, hold on. You definitely did not
I
talk.
joke, but that's my personality.
Yeah, no, it was good. Did you sleep though?
Yes.
I was trying to
He
stay
was
up
reading
my-
chat. He was sleeping on his phone. I was listening.
Very good.
Very good.
What they say?
Hold on,
Cameraman,
chat.
cameraman, what are we doing? What are we doing, cameraman? What is this? I can't. What is that? It's just.
Smack you, bro.
You don't steal this.
Okay, I think they had like a lag spike or something.
I don't see it. It might have fell out. Okay. All right. I let my chat decide, and it was like almost unanimous.
Between who? Me and who?
Pit Bully. Congratulations. Yeah, please don't let people steal.
Wait, they asked so many questions. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. They asked so many questions during the class. That was a W pick by chat. That was a W. That was a W pick.
Though, people are stealing these.
Aww.
Thank you.
Chat loves you.
Congrats.
Thank you for the attention.
That was nice.
Yeah, she was locked. That's a good pick. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Okay. These are the group you've never done a brand deal before. Okay, interesting. All right.
Real quick. What do we do? Wait,
What do I do?
Okay, so Kai in the beginning, if you get 2 of them, I think you could redeem it for something. So they spread.
I got like 4 gold ones.
No,
What?
the mini ones.
Oh no, the ones these size.
No, not this size.
Yeah. So if you get a second one, you could. I don't know the exact specifics.
They do?
Look, you get the gold one, you get such
I think they also give you a cosmetic in the game too, if I'm not mistaken.
Where do you turn them in?
Yeah. So like, there's only 31 of them on campus, or 30 of them, and that's one of them.
Where do you turn them in?
You would have to ask Dean Snap. Yes.
You guys, just in case you guys have just come in, Dean Sinat is not like a man's name. Dean is not Kai's brother or cousin. You know, he's the dean of the university. Okay, I know it's hard, and you guys probably thought and were confused that like Kai had a brother named Dean, but he's the dean of the university. Okay, Dean. Okay, just so you know, just so you know that fact. Gerg, shut up.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Maybe we find a place with a little more space. Let's go over there.
Trying to see if we're gonna get this money, right?
Okay.
Who's gonna get the sponsorship?
Okay, first thing I would like to say, amongst the people who've never done a brand before, we got gamers in here, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm a gamer. I play Fortnite.
Do people, you all play Fortnite?
Yeah, I love Fortnite. I love Fortnite. I be
Of course, they all love Fortnite. Meanwhile, you check like their recent gameplays, like they haven't played Fortnite for like 3 years.
still in there shooting people.
Okay, eliminating.
Yeah.
That would have been on the do's and don'ts.
I don't even know about video games.
I love Fortnite.
I'm a go
all the time. Every stream, that's how I
What? You were top 100 in Fortnite? You've never done a brand deal?
Yeah, he's got it done.
No, not gaming.
Interesting. Okay. I don't mind chat picking. Chat, who do you guys think? Now, remember, like, just because somebody's quiet doesn't necessarily mean they wasn't paying attention.
True.
So it's a little bit of a nerf, so I'm gonna see what niggas say. I'm gonna see. Yeah, I'm sweating bullets too, bro. I'm gonna have to take a post.
He did a good job, though. He did a good job. W Agent. That was a good class. I think that was pretty good. The cameraman was a little, but overall, great content.
Yo, is the room hot or am I tripping?
It's hot. It's hot.
Okay.
He's the only one sweating.
In that bag.
Play by some skins, bro.
Okay, so 75% of people are currently saying Edward. So Edward, congratulations.
Yay! He's so happy. He's so happy.
Chat, thank you. There's gonna be two. Okay. There's gonna be two. Chat, we need.
You need a pick, bro.
So I don't mind having a good gamer with me though.
I'm a good gamer, bro.
Why did that guy do the SRZ pose though when he won like the sheep tournament or whatever that was? Tambo guys will know what I'm talking about. That guy when he got picked did the SRZ stance. He hit the SRZ. Wait, I gotta go back. He hit the SRZ. All he had to do was fall to his knees, and he's hitting the full SRZ. This is like the half SRZ right here.
Chat, right?
There's gonna be two. Okay. There's gonna be two. Chat, we need.
You need a pick, bro.
So I don't mind having a good gamer with me though.
I'm a good gamer, bro. I'm a good gamer. Listen, I'll beat him in this shit. 1v1. Hey, I'm glad I'll beat that boy 1v1.
Why does this guy seem like drunk as hell? Zero Ghost, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Bunny Pile, your newest and cutest bunny. Thank you so much.
Hey, real talk.
Red hair.
Hey, see, he don't deserve this shit, bro. Get your
Chat's gonna say the names they know, but I feel like it's gonna be fire to give the opportunity to somebody they know. I don't know if I properly introduced myself. I'm Agent, by the way.
Good day.
Good day, nice to meet you.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Listen, I make Marvel Rivals content, like, and I swear, like, I'm so I can make.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna pick you because I had a conversation with you and she was talking about wanting to do different types of content. So this is gonna be a good
Yo,
I know.
actually W pick though. That's actually so smart because that helps her out to like break out of her like stuck niche in Marvel Rivals.
You must like me.
Yo, I'm an Agent fan now. I'm an Agent fan.